All right, now I'm going to talk about the first thing I ever invested outside of the stock market. It was in a pharmaceutical cold storage business, and that would feel so nice on a day like today. It is so spicy in Atlanta. But basically what I invested in was a business where you store things like stem cells and materials for hospitals. So really secure, important stuff to be locked down. And this team had already done this business the last 20 years in a different area of the United States. And so they waited out their non-compete, and then they said, we're going to do this thing again, but in North Carolina. And so I knew the CEO, family friend, and I invested in him. And I invested $70,000, which was well over 20% of my net worth at that time, which is a big chunk, right? And yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing, but thankfully the team was so awesome that we ended up buying the land, building the building, getting a couple of our first customers in there, and then a private equity firm came in and bought out my entire ownership in a year and a half. So I put in all of the money that I made from my side business into that. So that is how I had that money in the first place, and I was saving over 90% of my income. And then that investment like 9x'd in a year and a half. So best investment I've ever made, and it was only possible because I invested in something outside of the stock market. So these private investments can change your life. You know, you get exceedingly lucky if a stock does that, and I also got lucky. But that's the story of the pharmaceutical cold storage business. So in terms of freedom or failure, that one was a grand slam. Huge progress towards financial freedom because of that one investment. Changed my life forever.